Nama friggin' stay. Namaste, everybody. Let's see our little motorcycle dogs. We got our grass cut finally. They did a great job. So you can see the tchotchkes. I like these two guys. Want to ride. And this little guy. And the fairy. And my sister Patricia. This little guy, I don't even remember that little guy. Anyhow, and we got some Zen in here. Angel, special father, special mother. That one has a broken wing. Oh, Devin puts all these things in. Slips them in before I get a chance to see it. I barely ever come over this way. But I'm going over this way. Is this his olive tree from Brooklyn? This might be his olive tree from Brooklyn. This olive tree, if it's from Brooklyn, it's originally from Italy. And then, or that might be it over there. It doesn't really grow. What is incarnation is this? See, Devin slips in these little things and I don't even know about them. Cardinals appear when angels are near. That is pretty. I don't know why he has it all the way over here. Okay. That is pretty. See, I'm not a gardener, so I don't really say anything to him about what's here. But he certainly has a lot of tchotchkes. Those wheels would look better if they were white, painted white. And this would look better painted white as well. Okay. I like my yard. We don't really have a yard in the back. We just have cement and the pool and the, oh, that's cute. Is that real? Oh no, that's make-believe. Anyhow, I always say my trees represent all my kids, my 4 kids. So we have Laura, right? We have Thomas. We have Connor. And we have Olivia. Yeah, that tree is ours too. This whole area is ours. Let's see. Want to see Mary? Wait, there's a fairy. And then there's Mary. And she used to light up a little bit. Okay. You think this is messy? You should have seen it before the guys were here to do the lawn. That was a lot higher. Anyhow, I wanted to paint this bench white, but Devin said that would hurt the integrity of the wood. But I think I should do it. I like painting things white. Anyway. Hi. Namaste, remember me? Namaste. I'm back, ninjas. I'm not all the way healthy. I still didn't feel that great, but I didn't even drive myself to the stores today. I had to get my medicine that has been in the pharmacy since 2 days before my trip, or 1 day before my trip. It just took a gamble that I would be able to get it, and wasn't able to get it. But they gave me an email when I was in Aruba that, sorry about my hair and the general, I did put makeup on, but I think it's all off. My face has a bad aura today, but at least I'm out for a little while. You want to see my pants? Oh, sure, no problem. They're black ones, but when I get home, I'm going to be changing out of them because it's really hot. They're like really hot material, skinny jeans, not for chubbies. Okay. Well, they're like my work pants, but in a different month. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm about to go all over the place. You know me. Yeah, so I don't feel 100% myself. I sat down at the table to try to do cards yesterday. These new cards, because I was missing my ancestor cards. Don't know where they are. But like a friend told me, when you need them, they'll show up. When they're supposed to be there, they'll show up. But I wasn't feeling great, but something told me sit at the nice clean dining room table and start to read the cards that I got months ago that I never opened. They're really pretty. They're tarot cards, but they're collages. Something interesting. 2, 3. Somebody's moving, I guess. Yeah, so they're interesting cards. I don't know why I thought you would, I insisted on showing you that. Don't know why. But, anyhow, I sat down, I said, because I can't find my other ancestor cards that I was being drawn to. I said, that's okay. I found the book, but guess who didn't unpack their suitcase or their bag? This guy. Anyway, I did not unpack it. No, I did not. It's okay. So, maybe my cards are in there. I didn't use them. But, so I'm sitting down, I'm looking at these collage, they're really pretty, collage cards. And they were very pretty. But tarot cards usually give me a headache because I don't feel 100% confident in that vehicle. Because I started out, my psychic abilities were just what my feelings were and palmistry. I forced myself to do tarot cards, and I learned how to do it 2 cards a day. Sometimes a little bit more. You get a notebook and you have to study and you have to write down notes. But what I found with tarot cards is I was trying to remember too much about what the card represents. And then sometimes as a psychic or an intuitive, you're blocking other things. In other words, so tarot cards to me puts a big label on things. Unless you're just going to look at the card as get some symbols off of it. But like say, all right, and I might say this wrong, so don't come for me, experts out there. Like say the Queen of Wands would usually represent a woman with ruddy skin, which means like skin that could burn, but then maybe go into a little bit of a tan. It could also represent somebody that has skin that was fair at one point, but then they got sunburn, so their skin is now kind of like naturally reddish. And same thing with King of Wands. And usually the booklet will say that wands represent brown eyes, but sometimes it can represent hazel eyes. Okay, so if you're just going by strictness of what the card says, you could put yourself into a corner and not say the correct thing. Whereas when you're looking at a vision, or when you're like just using them to give you a little bit of, unless you're doing a reading and you're just going to straight read from the book. And that's what I was trying to do yesterday. I wasn't going to physically come on because, come on, look at me. I don't look good. So anyhow, but it's not about me and what I look like. I got a lot of messages and people said to me, you know, I miss your smiling face. And I wasn't smiling lately because I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling like me. I wasn't feeling funny. I wasn't feeling psychic. I wasn't feeling intuitive. I wasn't feeling empathetic. I was just feeling like the doppelganger me, the opposite of me. And I didn't think anybody wanted to see that, but after I got a couple of messages, I realized, like, not that it's my duty, but in a way it's my duty. I pick up the baton. Look at that cloud up there. Oh, wow. Okay, I feel you. Anyhow, I just felt like it was my responsibility to just even, you know, you could see I don't like to come on when I don't feel myself, or I feel sad, or I don't feel particularly jovial. And yeah, I'm just getting over my trip. And so I did not come on, but I did want to come on. Yesterday, I was going to just come on with my voice and do that reading, pick a pile. And then something, I guess my guides, because I had been saying I also went for a walk the other day, did not come on. And it wasn't a long walk. It was just like, I went food shopping. First I went for a walk, and I had to push myself because I'm not feeling right. Not like you could see my aura is not right, even though I do have makeup on. Not that much though. Put it on much earlier in the day. Did I put makeup on? Maybe I didn't. I don't even know. I can't even tell. Just a lipstick. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. God, can't stand myself. But anyway, a couple of people said, like they missed me coming on, because I used to come on every day, or at least like I would come on 6 days a week. There's only 7 days a week. Sometimes I'd come on 3 times a day. I would do 3 videos a day. So you guys got used to that. And I was used to it too, but when I was on the trip, I couldn't do that many videos. Nobody wanted to be in my videos. I was told not to put any videos or pictures up of, who I was on the trip with. So, I might have put like 1 picture or 2 pictures on Facebook. That was it. And so, it is what it is. And I'm just happy to be home, because Bayo told me that in Aruba, they're being slammed with a hurricane. And what if we would have went a week later? We would be slammed with a hurricane. And I painted my nails myself. As you can see, this is what you get. This messiness. I went to Sally's. Actually, Devin helped me pick up my medicine, because they said they were going to send it back to the stock house or something. Because if you don't pick it up and you don't call them, both things I did not do. Didn't pick it up. I didn't call them because I was in Aruba. Nice backdrop. Photobombing the trees, photobombing me. Anyhow, so I called them this morning, and they said, no, we'll have it. We can find it for you. We didn't send it back yet. Well, we were getting ready to. And so I was surprised because that medication they tell me to take 4 times a day if needed. I never take it 4 times a day. Never. On a bad day, I'll take it twice. I usually take it at night if I'm having like the muscle spasms going up to my neck or my back. And then when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I want to go back to sleep, and I'll take it again then after I take my thyroid medicine. The doctor said that was okay. Anyhow, just saw a white feather, so thank you guys in heaven. Thank you guys, spirit guides in heaven. So, this is what I've been doing, guys. In addition to getting my white nail paint, I thought I was being productive. Look at that mess. That's okay, it'll come off in the shower. Like the sides of it will come off in the shower. I just didn't want to look at the palm trees anymore because it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't the color. I wanted like this bright pop color. So I got this at Sally's on sale. First, I think it was $10.99. Then it was on sale for, I think, $4.99. And then I got, don't worry, this hag hair is not going to stay. I'm going to be putting in Arctic Fox Lavender, which is it's called Girls Night Out, or Girls Night, which I'm still waiting for. No, I'm only kidding. Or am I? Okay, who cares? So, over it. So, put the old glasses back on, because even though it's like 7:30, it's still light out. It's still very bright. So, here's what my docket is. And every time I make plans, they're subject to change because, we make plans and organize schedules and God laughs. Okay? So, what I'm trying to aim for, besides cleaning the bathrooms, unpacking my suitcase, tomorrow's me and Devin's anniversary. Thank you. Somebody out there said, congratulations. I heard it. That's the first thing I heard in a long time. So, so tomorrow is our anniversary, but we're keeping it low key. It's our first anniversary. It's when we went to the Justice of the Peace. One day I'm going to take you down that nice street. Maybe I'll go down this street now. Yeah, so we went to the Justice of the Peace on June 30th, 2015. It was the last week of school. School just ended, and that's when we could fit it into the schedule. And we went there with Patricia and Connor and Olivia. And then we went out to, what was the name of that place? Roadhouse. And had the best pizza and Italian food and champagne. Corbel. And then Patricia went home, and then Devin dropped me off at my apartment because we weren't living together. We only lived together in 2012 for like 2 months because his house got flooded from Hurricane Sandy. So he dropped me off, and he was like, we're married, but we're not going to consummate the wedding. We're not going to consummate the marriage. Because it was like the kids had to go home. And it was like, don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to be together. So we were married, and we weren't living together still. Then Our other wedding, where, family and friends, and we had our friend Ron Rainwater marry us, was July 17th, 2015. And so we had like a 4-day honeymoon in Robert De Niro's hotel in Manhattan. We went to go see Wicked on Broadway. It was nice. Could have been longer, but it was like $1,000 a day. It was a lot of money for a 4-day wedding. I paid for most of the wedding, and I paid for the honeymoon, and Devin paid for the house. So I think I got the better end of the deal. Anyway, so basically he went back after the honeymoon. He went back to his house because he had 2 kids there, and I went back to my apartment, and I lived in my apartment. I had to get out by September 1st, and that was hard. So I packed everything up, and yeah, I think Patricia came over a couple of times to help, and I had a lot of stuff because, don't forget, I had moved out of my house that I lived in with my family, Laura and Thomas and my ex-husband, and I had all my school stuff, which I didn't really need to bring, but originally I thought I was going to teach out here and have a real classroom. I didn't think I was just going to sub. I was still ready to teach and have my own classroom, so I saved all my boxes of books and supplies. And like when you're a teacher, you have this is how I did it. You know those big plastic bins, those 30-gallon bins? You have one that says September. You have all the September stuff in there. Calendar, I don't know, everything you need for the fall. Then you have one for October. October is really big. I think Christmas, December, I had 2 bins. Might have been either December or October. There was 2 of them. So in any event, you end up with 11 crates of stuff, in addition to all the other crap. Anyway, I don't know why I brought it, but I mean, there's some stuff that was my kids' stuff, my kids' books, like Dr. Seuss books that I taught them to read by. Here's a nice shady street. Let me show you. Isn't that pretty? So, I don't even know why I was talking about that, but I guess I had a point somewhere. There was a point, of the story somewhere. I never get to the point. But anyhow, here's my point. So, after we got married and then had the wedding, he came to the apartment, I think for maybe a couple of days, but then I told him, you gotta go home because you have kids. They were teenagers. You gotta go home to your kids, so don't worry. And then, people were saying to me, isn't Devin gonna move in, or are you moving in his house? And I was like, neither. I'm moving out of here by September, and I love that apartment. I did love that apartment. But it was expensive for me because after the summer I wasn't getting paid. You only get paid up to August. And then, and the rent was $1,440. And so his mortgage was over $3,000. So he sold his, but he was still trying to sell his house. So he stayed at his house. And plus he had 3 dogs, 2 cats, 2 turtles, and a rabbit. And 2 rats, but those rats died. Okay, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Anyway, my daughter loves rats. I don't like them. I don't even like gerbils. Anyhow, that's a lot of animals. And his daughter wasn't going to be coming with us because she was going to school here. Well, in New Jersey. So she went to move with her mother. And Connor was going to eventually come with us. But he didn't come for a year because he needed us to pay for him to come, and we didn't have the money. Because when you retire from the Board of Ed, you don't get paid right away. So we were living off of what looked like my salary. And I wasn't working anymore either. So I resigned because I was too young. You don't have enough time in, so you can only resign. And then I had to wait. So from age 52, I resigned from the Board of Ed. I had to wait till age 55 to get a pension, which was very small pension, but still, it's a pension. And he had to wait. He didn't get even. We moved in October, so we moved into Patricia's apartment. Patricia and John were nice enough to let us live in that apartment. And so we lived there September and October. And then we moved, I think we moved at the end of October. It was before Halloween, definitely before Halloween. So, anyhow, it was a lot of craziness, and I don't know why I'm telling you the story. Don't know why. A lot of stress. When you move, the stress from moving, even just from a house to an apartment to a house, even in your own state, is equivalent to losing a loved one, like grieving. So some people move after they lose somebody, like when my mom died and I moved into my first apartment. I don't know how many months later, like May, she died in May, end of May, the last day of May, Memorial Day weekend. It's June, July, August. Yeah, 5 months later, I moved into my own apartment. And it's so stressful. It's just like, you don't even understand, like, what's going on. I was happy about it, but then I couldn't stay there because I ran out of money to pay my rent because I was going to school full time and I only had a part-time job. So what I'm trying to say is moving is stressful. So really look at it when you're moving. Make sure that you have a lot of support. And I think I was going to tell you about my hair, because those of you who are worried about the hag hair, even Devin said it a few times. It's like, oh, I see you letting your hair go gray. I said, it's not gray. He goes, yes, it is, all in the back. And I was like, I don't want that. It's okay for other people to have it because they like it. Especially in Texas, people let their hair go white. They go gray to white. And I know that was a trend a couple of years ago. And I looked into the lavender, because I'm all about that. But what I'm going to do is something pretty in 2, 3. Okay. Something crazy in 2, 3. Are you scared? Okay. You should be. Anyway. So, I asked Devin to drive me to Sally's after we picked up my medicine. And I went to Sally's to get the Arctic Fox lavender, like I told you. And I'm going to put that in my hair over everything. I'm going to try to put it on the back, because the back is really bad. Like underneath the ponytail is almost white from the bleach, the chlorine, but really even before I did it, it went that way. Do you remember when I showed you, like it was really yellow? It was like pieces of yellow. Remember that? Yellow I don't mind, because yellow will take... Sorry. I was just talking as if I was on the phone because I heard somebody coming up behind me and I couldn't get them in the picture. But it was just a lady trying to walk fast. Apparently I'm walking too slow. I'm just trying to breathe. Okay. Anyhow, so I figured I'll do the lavender all over my head. But I still want to go in my pool and use my pool and exercise. So I am definitely going to wear a cap and try not to go under the water. Because that's what killed it. It really wasn't the sea water. It was the jacuzzi water and the pool water. It just took it out, just like the girl said. Because that's only semi-permanent. So it's going to take it out. Every time you wash it, it takes it out. Anyhow, I'm sorry if I bored everybody. Oh, so let me tell you what I'm going to be doing, what's coming up. And, you know, when I say it's coming up, I might sit down and not be inspired. Like the other day when I was trying to do that 3-card tarot reading of just the major arcana. Just going to, because they're really pretty, and I was just going to read you, pick a pile. I was going to read you I set up 3 arcana in each pile. And I put a stone on each pile. And I just said, I can't do it. Because, like, I looked at the book and I was, like, reading with my glasses on. And I was like, why do I feel like this is, like, climbing a mountain? And my guides were like, because you're tired. You're not well yet. And I was like, who's talking? Is that my head? And it was like, it's us. You know, I don't know why I have such a trouble with trying to rest. Because I always know that there's things that I have to do. Like I made dinner. Did I make dinner 2 nights or 1 night? No, it counts even if it's, you take the bus. I went food shopping after I did that little walk. Went food shopping, then bringing all the stuff in. You want to see Mr. Chicken? Oh, how you have missed him. I know you have. Oop. Hi. I love this. Look at this. Oh. They're pretty with all the flags for 4th of July. What am I doing for 4th of July? If I get enough energy, I'm going to buy potatoes, and I'm going to buy mayonnaise, and onion, and celery, and I'm going to make my famous potato salad. But I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to do it, so I'm not going to put pressure on myself, because we have plenty of, like, steaks, and maybe I'll pick up hot dogs. But yeah, I have trouble with saying it's time to rest because I find it boring. And then I berate myself like, you should be exercising. You should be at least walking. Why are you just sitting on the couch every minute or sitting, like when I sat in the dining room table, which I like to be in the dining room, especially now that the table's cleaned off and now I put my cards on it. I was like, I don't even have the energy to be in here. What's wrong with me? You know, like I had a little bit of a sore throat, so I took extra vitamins. I took extra Balance of Nature, and I have this like airborne stuff that I put in my water. And I've been trying to drink a lot more water. But you know what? It's just like you're on the plane. I was on 4 airplanes. I was in the airport so long that maybe I just need to, you know, take off. Which means, for me, if I could feed the animals, which I did, actually yesterday, last night, not even night, all of a sudden, like at 4 o'clock, I got it from the table, 4 or 5 o'clock, 4:30, I got it from the dining room table. I said, I can't do this imaginable reading of these cards, even though I wasn't going to show you my face. I was just going to simply come on. I said I can't do it. I feel dizzy. So I went in the bedroom. I think I brought my book, but that wasn't being opened. I almost finished that book. I will finish it, my Tyler Henry book. Then I'm going to mail it to my daughter. Anyway, first I'll check to see if she read it. And then I have the second one that I'm going to start on. But I said I can't do it. I feel dizzy. I'm going back into the bed. Now, granted, I'm getting enough sleep because I've been getting up late. Like after I get up and do the dogs in the morning, I go from the couch to the bedroom after I finish feeding the rabbit and the 2 dogs. If I can't do it, then I ask Devin to do it. And he will. Anyhow, but I just figured he just did it all week when I was away, so try to pick up the slack. So I'm just talking about nothing and hoping that somebody cares. Or even if you don't care, I'm just vlogging because that's all I could do. So we can all do, I remember my mother used to say, we can only do as much as we could do. And I didn't understand it really back then, but I understand that now. If you could just do boil water, then just boil water. Hi. If you could just take the dogs out and walk. Like yesterday I didn't go out, so because I just couldn't leave the house. So when I was letting the dogs out one of the times, I walked around the garage. I said, let me see if I could do this like 8 times, like back in the day. And guess what? I can only do it 2 times. So I was getting ready to beat myself up about that. And then I said, what for? Angels don't like that. God doesn't like that. You beat yourself up. So I said, that means I need to rest, even if it's boring. So I was watching a lot of, I finished the whole series of, it was only one season of God's Favorite Idiot with Melissa McCarthy and her husband. And that was pretty good. The first couple of shows were better than the last 3. But I'm not trying to give you a spoiler alert. Oh, look at this house. Look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty with those flowers. I'm not good with the flowers. I would like to aim to put like the flowers like they did in front, like 2 big things, and try to water them. But I know I would fall off the wagon with it. But right now Devin's watering something outside. I'm not sure what it is. I don't look into it. But he goes out and he puts, we were going to get rain, so he said it was the last time he could do it. Some kind of food. I'm not sure what it was, because I'm not a planter. All my sisters and my brother, they're all planters. They're all green thumbers. And Devin. But Devin gets tired, so he doesn't. And it's so dry here because it's like a desert. So you really have to try to get green grass, like over there. There's green grass. You really have to be on top of it and watering it. He doesn't do that. He goes out with like a watering can. And there was a time that he was able to grow tomatoes, but even that doesn't grow anymore. Look at this grass. That's green. I like that. That is pretty. Tree spirits. Such beautiful trees in Aruba. Oh my gosh. They had such beautiful trees. I should have took a picture of myself hugging the tree, kissing the tree. I told my sisters, hug this tree. And they just touched it. I don't know. Maybe I slipped in a kiss to the tree. Beautiful tree spirits. I heard different languages. I know it sounds weird, but I heard different languages. My third eye was not that open on the trip, but I did hear different languages. It wasn't just because there's different languages that people are speaking. I don't want you to think I'm a nut, but I am a nut, but a good nut. So, I know what I was starting to say now. Maybe I'll go on the other street. I think there's one more street I can go on. How many minutes am I rambling on? At least I'm getting in a walk. I didn't feel like making dinner tonight. And I didn't want Devin to order again because he already ordered like 2 or 3 times. I went food shop and I bought stuff for dinner, but I don't feel like making it. I made something the other night. I forget what it was. See, that's like I have like brain fog. Oh, okay. So anyway, you don't need to know what's for dinner. See, I even put on my jewelry so that I would have that access. I put on the big guns. 1 second. These dogs will continue to bark, so I have to wait till I get to the street. But, alright. I don't like how that fence is open. Anyhow. Oh, there's a lot of people out today walking. Today, I've seen more people today walking. You don't believe? I've seen more people today walking than I have in such a long time. Usually I'm out by myself, but you know what? This is a good time to walk because it's usually 105, 108. It's been 110. Even when it's 102, it's not a moist one. Which I'm happy for, because if it's moist air like New York has, then my back hurts, my neck hurts, my knees hurt, all the fun stuff about getting old. But when it's dry, hot heat, I don't have as many pains. It's just hot as, blazers out here. But, oh, thank you, God. I've been walking for 42 minutes. Yay! Now I'm writing it down because I am going back to the gym. I'm not just talking about it. It's part of the self-care. Like just doing my hair, doing my nails, and my feet. That's self-care. Buying like a nice product that I like is self-care, and everybody should do it. Shout out to my soul sisters out there, Flyer B, Genocide, Ruby Heart, Ruby Tuesday, Crystal Medicine. Crystal Medicine, I can't get a hold of you. Did you go on your trip? I don't want to bother you, because Crystal Medicine went on a romantic trip with her hubby, but I'm not sure if she's back yet or she didn't go yet. But also a shout out for our sister Kim Magical from A Comeback. Please prayers up for her. She had another accident. She was going for a walk. I don't know if she was going to go film like her neighborhood because she has Victorian houses, which would really be cool to see. But she misstepped off the curb and didn't even have enough time to put her hands in front of her face and fell flat on her face and her knee. And remember, she just hurt her spine. So she had a picture on Facebook of a broken nose. She broke her nose, was splattered across her face with a big gash on it. It looked like a cut on her head. And then she showed a picture of her knee. And it was all getting ready to bruise. It was swollen. And there was a big cut on it. A couple of cuts on it. I feel so badly, because she just was getting better. Wasn't using her cane anymore. She put a cane into retirement, and she was getting better. She had her grandkids, she raises her grandson, but her granddaughter, which is her grandson's sister, comes over every summer. And I think she just went back. I don't know if she was alone or not when she was walking. Anyhow, prayers are up high for our beautiful Kim Magical, A Comeback. Check out, if you're not subscribed to her channel, please go give her some love and sub up. Prayers up for Rhonda, Crystal Medicine, to have a beautiful vacation. She deserves it too, because she's been dealing a lot with different things in her apartment. And shout out to Tracy, Soul Sister. Shout out to hopefully Ruby. I'm going to talk to you soon. If you get a chance, text me. I don't want to bother you because you're working now. Yeah, your girl Ruby got a new job and she's working, so I won't have access to her every minute of the day. And anyhow, we wish her the best in her job. Thought there was somebody else. Oh, so the other plans that I was trying to talk about, which I never get to the point, I know that. I just catch my breath. 42 minutes over here. I did some walking on the vacation. Like, I'd walk to the lobby and walk around to the stores, and I definitely, when I would go in the water, I would stay in the water for a long time. I wish I would have went in the jacuzzi and the pool, though, the last 2 days. Or actually, I think the last day I went in was Wednesday. I didn't want to go in Friday, and I should have went in Friday because that was my last day. But it doesn't matter. Everything that's meant to be happens. And just like we missed the hurricane, that's in Aruba now. I mean, thank God we got out of there before the hurricane. I didn't even know about it. My bayo said it. Anyhow, what I was going to say is what I've been trying to work on. Even though I didn't feel great, I still was trying to get a couple of feelings about missing Dylan Rounds. Yeah, Dylan Rounds. So, he's the 19-year-old boy that's missing. He was developing his own farm in a desert. I don't know how you do that because I can't even grow a plant in fertile lands. But he was doing it. He had a tractor. He had a little tiny camper. He had land. So I want to do a cold read and then have some cards. But I really feel like if I'm in my car, I could do it. But gas is so expensive that maybe I'll just walk right to the end again so I can finish this up. Gas is so expensive that like to sit in my car would be really hot, and that would be kind of a waste. It would be a big waste. So I'm thinking of another place to do it, or I might just feel like doing it at night. I mean, I have Palo Santo'd it up. I do practice what I preach in terms of, like, if you feel like a bad energy or negative energy, or you just don't feel yourself, or even just germs or whatnot, when you're dealing with being on the plane and whatnot. 4 planes, okay, 2 there, 2 back, airports, everybody was coughing, everybody's sneezing. You don't have to wear your mask. Anyway, so you light that Palo Santo the first day, I think it was Sunday, yeah, because we had construction crew and the grass cutters and the wall fixers. We had all kinds of people in the house Monday, so I couldn't really rest. Yeah, so anyhow, I was Palo Santoing it up on Sunday, right? I lit 4 or 5 candles. I put 1 candle in the dining room. I wasn't even in there. I basically did that for Summer, for Harmony, for Michael, Monkey, and for the boys, and for Lena, Sincere and Classic. All their names are on it, and I was like, I cannot believe that no progress has been made. And like, Candace just gets to be missing? Doesn't make sense. So anyhow, I am going to, so what I'm trying to say is I did Palo Santo on Sunday. Did I Palo Santo on Monday? Maybe I did. I'm not sure. I always light the candle because I feel the candles absorb the energy. And we weren't allowed to have a candle in the hotel room. I look forward to my candle. My mother used to say that's going to be a 2-candle problem or a 2-cup of tea problem, meaning that you'd need 2 cups of tea before you start to feel better, or, light the candle twice or have 2 candles going. But just always remember to blow it out. Anyhow, so I will try to do the Dylan Rounds read. Okay? There's been a lot of things said on his case, and I watched some things, but then I'm like, Spirit's telling me, you know what? Just go with what you think. Because at first I was not tapped in. And I told Ruby, I said, Ruby, I feel like I don't have any psychic ability. And she was like, oh, I feel like that too. And I was like, how could you feel like that, girl? You're popping out videos left and right. You're very connected. But, as readers, as intuitives, as empaths, we are hard on ourselves. We are hardest on ourselves, the worst. So, sometimes, like she said, she goes, sometimes it's just not the time. And Spirit will try to protect you. So I have a few things. I'm going to write down his name and see what I get coldly, and see if I could tap into his actual voice. So I thought I heard something today. I'm not 100% sure that he's gone, but I think he is. It's just that I'm not hearing him in spirit. And sometimes the person doesn't know they're gone. But who I'm going to try to find out his name, if anybody knows the grandfather's name, because he's very connected to his grandfather, both in life and after the grandfather died. He was almost very tapped into the grandfather, like he had the grandfather's energy in his heart. I don't know if the grandfather raised him. I don't feel like the mother raised him. I know there was a divorce. For some reason, I feel like he loved his mother, and everybody wants to say that they were close. I don't think they were close. So I disagree with that. If people are saying that they were close, I don't think they were close. Okay, that's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Anyway, freaking 53 minutes. We're going to have to end this. Okay? There's nothing wrong with, sometimes I was showing you a flower. I was showing you my yard. But yeah, I just wanted to get on and talk to you and just say that even sometimes when you're like the couple of comments, oh, may sit on my bench, has mud on it. Oh, it's okay. I'll wipe it off. Anyhow, sometimes when you don't feel like being a clown, like when I feel like I can't be the jovial clown, I feel like nobody wants to see that frown nobody wants to see me frown for 40 minutes. But I felt if I walked and I talked, that's getting back to my old roots of walking and talking, putting an earring on. I thought I put makeup on, but maybe I just put foundation over this canvas. I just saw a lady walking, and sometimes I see her walking and I say, I could be her friend. Where is she? Let me show you her. potential friend. Okay. That was like a stalker move, right? Anyway, it's okay. I'm not trying to get popular. I'm not trying to get popular anymore. Anyway, I enjoyed talking with you, you guys. I'm on my... Where's this bird? Oh, okay. Anyway, that was awkward. Yeah, so look forward to that. I might be doing it. A lot of people don't know about his case, but you could just put the internet on and see a lot of people talking about his case. And I'll only talk about Summer. Michael, I didn't have the prepare a birthday party for him. I still might do something because I'm trying to put together a poem. I wrote a lot at the airport. I wrote in my journal. I wrote, I tried to write, like keep, every day what I was doing on my trip. But I fell off that, but that's okay. Because the 5 hours I was laid over and I was in TGIF and having my beers, and my little dinner appetizers. I wrote a lot of pages, but I wanted to do something for Michael's birthday to, so that he's not forgotten and that they still look for him. But like I found, and I think Ruby felt this way and Rhonda felt this way. I know Kim Magical felt this way, and I'm pretty sure Genocide. Anybody who's like constantly focusing on these missing children, it takes a toll on your heart. It takes a toll on your aura. You can't do it 24/7, 365. You cannot. Okay? It's just too heartbreaking. Sometimes you just have to be in the present moment and just deal with the present, what's going on in the present world, and your family and your friends, and yourself, self-care. It's not good self-care to constantly, like, unless you're a police officer, which is a tough job, but, I don't want these cases to go cold, but there's a point on the page where you just have to put a period, or a question mark, or a semicolon, or a colon, and say, to be continued. When I get more information or something comes in, I feel like when I was in Aruba, I did have several dreams of our girl, Summer Moon. I don't know what she was trying to show me. I think I told Ruby about it. I don't know what she was trying to show me. And no, I was not drunk the whole time. Okay? I wasn't. But, a bluebird just came down. Watch it. Look at that. Where'd you go? A bluebird always hangs out right there. See that? Ooh, where you going? Are you here for summer? Are you here for summer? So pretty. Yeah, that was weird that bluebird came at the same moment that I was talking about the dream I had of summer. And there was a little bit something of Michael. I know they had like a little celebration of his birthday. I thought he would be found by his birthday, on his birthday, June 22nd. So he is the sign of Cancer. Yeah. Well, in July, probably by July 8th, I'll do my, if all goes well, I'll do my reading for Moon Children, Moonchild, Cancer. My brother-in-law's a Cancer, and my daughter's friend is Cancer, and my good friend that lives in Staten Island, Arlene, I worked with her for many years. She's my very good friend. I was going to see her in August. Oh, that's another thing. My August trip is canceled and I'm going to reschedule it. Probably, I couldn't work it out, and I was having bad feelings about travel in August, and I'm going to go with my gut. I told my 2 kids that I'm going to reschedule it. I'm probably going to go in for my daughter's birthday in November, because I haven't been with her for her birthday for a while. And then I told my son, wherever he's at, I'm going to get with him on his birthday. But he's not until January. My daughter's in November. So anyhow, I don't know if you guys even knew I was supposed to go in August, but that got canceled. So anyhow, it was nice talking with you. And yeah, so my dream, I don't even understand it. She was pulling on my arm, and the weird thing about it is she had the real short hair. Maybe the bangs were a little bit longer, but being that her hair was short, I think she was trying to show me her location of where she is. And I was a little bit reluctant. I was happy to see her, and she smiled at me like, she looked down. Her eyes were glistening. They weren't just blue. You know, like I have bluish green eyes. They change to green when I'm deep in thought or spirits coming in. But her eyes were blue, like you take a crayon or like a piece of turquoise, and then it was like you plug somebody into a light socket. Like you animatize them. You know, like animation, where they computerize, and her eyes just went like sparkly blue. Not a weird way. Like, you know, when she was with Robin and she was leaning on Robin and she had hands like this, and she gave Robin the yellow necklace, and I think Robin had a yellow shirt on as well. Anyway, in that picture, that's how she looked in my dream. That's how she was looking at me, how she looked at Robin, which I took as a good sign. But her hair being short, I've seen her hair other visions where she's in heaven and she's at the long table and she's with Bella and Cece, Shanann, and Gannon, and baby Evelyn, and her hair is longer. Her hair is at least like up to here. She didn't want it all the way down her back. It was like up to here. But now, with her hair being short, her trying to pull me somewhere, I felt like she was trying to show me a location. But something happened and I was woken up. And it was like I go, where do you want to take me? Where do you want me to go? And I feel bad because I didn't see where she wanted to take me. It looked like all green and some flowers, almost like that lawn that I showed you. Like, meanwhile, look at my lawn. That's not that green, okay? It's more like hag hair. My lawn is more hag hair, okay? Anyway, so I'll ask her in meditation, and that's what I was doing yesterday too. When I was doing the cards, I put on meditation music because I figured, oh, I need a dopamine release. Because I just felt very down, like, because when I don't feel good, I know I have all these lists that I have to do, and I can't get the energy to do them. So I put on a dopamine release, and it wasn't doing it. Maybe it was just keeping me status quo, just sitting there reading my book on the tarot cards and shuffling, lighting candles. That's all meditation for me. But I didn't actually take my book out or a piece of paper and write her name down. If I want to tap into anybody, like Dylan, I have to write his name down. If anybody knows his grandfather's name, let me know, okay? Because I have to know their name to tap in. Anyhow, I'm sorry I didn't come back with a art gallery. Oh, almost forgot. Let me get up. My back's going to start to freeze. Okay. JW. I went to the post office. That was another place to go. that I asked Evan to take me, and I went to the post office and I got your check. And Jesus has started. It's been started, okay? But I just need my level to go up a little higher before I, like I collage, so I cut and I glue, and that's one process. Then I spackle, and then I paint. So I need my energy to be high, so I'm high vibing it all over the canvas. And then it goes in the sunlight with all crystals on it. So I'm on it. Okay? Don't worry. Be not afraid. Let your heart not be troubled. But thank you for putting that check in the mail. And also, there was 2 other things, but the post office was closed. One said from Forever Bella, from my Jackie Kennedy. What did you do, Jackie Kennedy? Forever Bella Butterfly is Jackie Kennedy also. Her mother named her after Jackie Kennedy. Anyhow, I will get it tomorrow, okay? Maybe I'll do an unboxing. I'll definitely do an unboxing. You kidding me? I love to do unboxings. Anyway, why am I pulling my sleeves up like I'm in the 80s? Yeah, I'm going to turn around now and go home. It's time to go home. Put a period at the end of the sentence and get these tight skinny jeans off. You want to see them again? You see them? Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to say, I'm back, bitches. No, I don't talk like that. No, I'm back, biatches. No, I don't even say that often. I'm back, ninjas. I'm back, Zen zebras, Bella butterflies, unique unicorns, merry mermaids, merry merman. I know they're out there. Okay, and Zen Jen. Shout out to Zen Jen. Her beautiful children. One of them, she's a foster parent. I think I told you Zen Jen, who everybody loves, is a foster parent, and she's also a parent to Nick and Matthew. But her foster children, I think, are going back to their grandparents, and one of them is a Liliana, the other one is Kingston, the other one is Bentley. Okay, hey, pretty good, right, teacher? So, Liliana, Bentley, and Kingston, I love you so much. You have a beautiful mommy named, I call her Zen Jen. You call her mom, you call her mama, and your dad Papa, I think. Anyway, you're always going to have us in your heart, all right? And when you get old enough and you can watch me, then you will hear me talk about your mom that helped you so much in your life, in your earlier life. And then maybe you can write letters still to her, and she can write letters and cards to you. And maybe you could FaceTime sometimes. But even if you can't, always remember, a big part of her heart is always inside your heart. Namaste, everybody.